Impressions from the talk at the Airport Kiwanis Atlanta.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share these seeds of thought with you. And seeds for thought they are, and I hope they inspire you to maybe look at some familiar topics from maybe a bit less familiar perspective.
The universe helps us through coincidence.
Through coincidence, I'm being put into situations where I cannot help but notice something is in need of improvement.
The universe helps us through inspiration and ideas.
Now, once the inspiration hits, ideas just bubble up.
And the universe helps us through passion.
Passion gives me tremendous energy. It allows me to do things that otherwise I probably wouldn't be able to do or wouldn't want to do. Passion, for example, gave me the energy to say, okay, well, instead of sitting in front of the television, let me go and put this talk together and let me come and talk to you about this and tell you about these things. It gives me the courage to do that, to come here and stand in front of you and talk to you.
Two simple observations.
So my two observations that I mentioned so far is, first, that there are no supernatural phenomena. It's usually people who are resolving issues, getting things done. And the second is that the universe seems to guide, seems to help us.
These observations lead to logical conclusion.
The universe is using us people as tools to continue the development of this creation, to shape this world.
One example of a difficult question. Why was I born into this family of alcoholics?
It's very difficult to answer these questions. What would you say if somebody asks you that? Right? Usually what people say is, well, probably bad luck. Right? Others might say, well, maybe it's bad karma from previous lives. To me, that always was a little bit unsatisfactory, unsatisfying, these answers. Now, if I look at these, at this question from the perspective of that we are the tools that the universe uses to get things accomplished, suddenly I see it differently. Imagine the universe is looking here and seeing, okay, well, there is alcoholism going on. It sees how much pain and suffering has been caused by alcoholism and how much damage has been caused. It says, well, that definitely is something that needs to be fixed. Well, how could it fix it? It brings a person into the situation so that a person actually understands the situation. A child is being born into this family. Suddenly, there is somebody who realizes what is going on. They have a very good understanding of what all the details are. If you have never dealt with anybody who is an alcoholic, you have no clue what's really going on. You would never be able to come up with an idea or an approach to really help that person. However, if you've been in that situation and you've seen how they live and how they think and how they work and how they are being controlled by their addiction, you might have a chance, because then you are the expert, and the expert is what is needed. Right?
Doing magic through us, the chisel analogy.
Chisel, it doesn't look like much, right? It's just a little piece of metal, and well, it's nice and yellow, it has a nice sharp edge, but it doesn't look like much. Sometimes if you look at a person doesn't look like much either. But if you take that chisel and give it to a sculptor, that sculptor can do magic with it. And if you take any person and give it to the universe can do absolute magic with that person.
The wrap-up. Thank you very much for listening.
There are so many more examples that I could give, but I think for now I've said enough.
Our website, www.tooloftheuniverse.org.